You had a pretty wild story, man, about a dude the same age as the baby infant chief guy.
Little
Chipmunk.
Yeah, Little Chipmunk.
I was doing some research on him, and you know.
That was the first person to terrorize me. He didn't terrorize me, but like, that nigga used to press the out of me, bro. Like every day. Like that was like coming out of my house, trying to make it to school or make it to the store and back home. He was the nigga that I used to be worried about. Like, it was like, oh, big man. Like, you know what I mean? He was the nigga I was looking out for. Like, everybody else was like cool, but it was just something about him and something he saw in me. But he wasn't like pressing me like on some enemy shit. Like now that I look back and I'm older, like now I realize like, oh, he really was like recruiting me on some homie shit.
What do they call you, young man? What do they call you?
Chip.
Chip?
What do they call you, young man? A pause, a shrug, a whisper. Chip, he says, just one word. That name will echo long after his voice was silenced. Today, we tell the story of a boy caught in a war he didn't start, and the name that became known on the streets, not for what he built, but what he became a symbol of. The term 8-Tray Hoovers refers to a subset of the Hoover Criminal Gang, a street gang primarily active in Los Angeles, California. This gang, also known as 83rd or 8-Tray, has engaged in various criminal activities, including racketeering, murder, robberies, and drug trafficking. In the mid-1990s, the Hoover Crips, as they were known back then, began experiencing rivalries and conflicts with other Crip sets. This led them to declare independence from the Crips, dropping the Crip name and becoming known as the Hoover Criminals.
So we consider ourselves Crips when all we do is kill ourselves Crips when all we do is kill Crips. That's why we turned criminals. That's why we turned criminals and started wearing orange. Whatever happens when I walk off this house, I know my enemy could be it could be coming to get me, but I wouldn't give a because I got my heat, so if anything happened, I'm gonna shoot this nigga. You know what I'm saying? The sick thinking that I used to think when I was younger. Your enemies, they gonna always find you, no matter what's gonna happen. They gonna always see you. Wherever you go, they gonna find a way to get at you.
Eric Maestro Decatur, born July 27, 1982, in South Los Angeles. They called him Chipmunk, a kid with freckles, a sharp mind, and a mother who saw the best in him. His father came and went like a storm that never quite cleared. At Manchester Elementary, Chipmunk was a star, honor roll, quick thinker, but something shifted, something no teacher could grade and no parent could quite fix. By 4th grade, he wasn't just a student. By 5th, he wasn't just a kid. He was a Hoover.
Neighborhoods like this in South Central LA, some kids barely out of grade school are already full-fledged gangbangers.
Yeah, Bart, I'm coming from 8.
Also wanted a suspect. It's wanted for the robbery that just happened. It's also wanted in a homicide.
These are two youngsters. How old are they, Beck?
Like 13.
Have to identify the kids is that one of them was wearing a Michigan State jacket.
So, looking for maybe the jacket, and they took $25. The robbery just occurred maybe about a half an hour ago or so.
Officers John Radke and Becky Gordon know the exact boundaries or turf of every gang in the 77th Division and where their members usually hang out.
Jack came back.
Pacific NSM 14827, 14827, SM 14827, 14827, unknown trouble.
What's up, fellas?
By Malcolm Avenue. Now online. Repeat, you were broken.
Well-kept neighborhoods like this don't fit the stereotype of the kind of place where you'd expect to find two young kids out robbing people.
To make a name for themselves, so he's out here doing bad stuff. And because they're juveniles, they know they can get away with it. So, have all these little ones do all their works and give them drugs and everything else. So.
This is a crash operation. Community resources against street hoodlums. They're the officers up ahead in the unmarked car that are taking the lead, moving toward the alley where witnesses last reported seeing the two kids.
Westside 83rd Street, 8-Tray Hoover Criminals. Chipmunk wasn't playing tag anymore. He was trading chalk for colors, flashcards for hand signs, honor roll for hood politics. The enemies, East Coast Crips, neighborhood Crips, underground Crips, it didn't matter. If you weren't with them, you were against them. And Chipmunk, he was all in. A viral clip still circulates, grainy, raw, tense. A young boy, maybe 12, is cornered by LAPD's crash unit, the now infamous gang suppression squad. The charge? Attempted murder, robbery, firearm possession. The officer stares into his eyes and asks, "What do they call you?" "Chip," he replies.
You should have talked to her before. You're gonna do it.
You know now what's gonna happen, unless they gavel him up in the house.
He's gonna handcuff.
He's got the Main Street jacket.
Right? Chance the top of your head there, little man. Okay. Chance the top of your head there, little man. Okay. All right, you're just a little man, but you gotta do it.
Hey, what you guys doing all of this for?
We're checking you out, man.
Your dog, man. It's a nice jacket you got over there, buddy.
Your dog been biting people?
What all of this for?
What do they call you, young man? What do they call you?
Chip.
Chip? What's this, dude? What's that?
I just found.
Been smoking the chronic?
Nah.
You got any tattoos, Chip?
Yep.
The officers know that each of the gangs has a characteristic tattoo.
Right there.
Stand by.
Mother?
What is all of this for?
We're just checking you out, man.
That ain't right.
No?
What ain't
That
right?
ain't wrong.
It's all good, man, all right?
Yeah.
How old are you, young man?
Well, dang. How many times have you asked me this?
You're gonna get yourself in trouble one of these days, aren't you? Huh?
Hey, Big, take it safe. All right, man. Okay. All right.
Mama.
Come on. No.
I can go by.
It was Mama. Tell her to go, stand by.
Mother? Do you know the young man that was with him?
They just left my house.
Okay. The little young ones, 12, 13 years old, they're trying to prove themselves, so they'll go out, they'll put in the work because they know nothing's going to happen to them. So they'll shoot people, pull robberies, do all that kind of stuff just to make that name. His role models are the gang members out here. And with that in mind, his destiny is total failure.
This was like kind of after months of being like kind of chastised and shit. So I'm like finally like I'm starting to get like, you know, that like, man, let's smoke some weed with these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? I'm starting to get like brave-hearted, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's smoke some weed with these niggas. Like, so we go on the block, we go to smoke some weed with them. They start tripping. We end up fighting. Next thing I know, we just fighting. Like me and my cousin, we fighting like 5. We out here fighting. And something, but like I remember like when my cousin was fighting, they end up telling Chipmunk, they told Chipmunk, they were like, get him, like get him groove. I remember I was hearing him like get him groove, get him. So he fired on me. Like little, like you know he was little, he fired on me. Man, I must have turned around and kicked his ass. Like, I kicked his ass. I grabbed his hair. I ain't gonna lie, I pulled his hair. Like, he's that like little long hair. I pulled his hair. We was out there squabbling.
3 weeks at Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall. 3 weeks to reflect, to reset, to remember he was still a child. But Los Angeles doesn't wait, and neither do enemies. Released and back on the block, Chipmunk did what he always did, stood tall. They say he banged on a car that drove past. They say the car didn't hesitate. 2 barrels slid out from tinted windows. One a handgun, the other a rifle. The shots rang out like a sentence being read. Chipmunk, just 12 years old, was hit. In the streets, went quiet for a moment. August 26, 1995. He never made it to 13.
Both boys were taken to the Los Padrinos juvenile facility and held pending an investigation. Less than a month after his release, the boy called Chip was murdered in a gang-related drive-by shooting. LAPD Life on the Beat. We'll be right back.
What did you think when you heard the news that he got killed?
That shit was crazy to me. That was the first person I ever met that got killed. Like, that was the first, you know what I mean? The first young nigga that was my age that, you know what I mean? I had never knew nobody that got killed before. Like, I mean, like, I had a lady that died in a car accident and shit like that, but like, somebody that was actually like gunned down and firearm, like, it was like, oh, like, it was like, that was the first for me as a kid. Like, it was like, oh shit. It just made, for me, it just made, I realized how mortal I was.
The streets blamed the underground Crips. Some whispered about the rolling 90s. But in a world like this, truth is just the first casualty. What followed was war, shootings, retaliations, corners turned into memorials. Figueroa ran red, and Chipmunk became a ghost. Not just in memory, but in mission. His name lifts fires, not candles. His story was rewritten in bullets and whispers. Eric Chipmunk Decatur, a gifted student, a young soldier, a boy whose life unraveled before his voice had finished changing. What do they call you, young man? That question still hangs in the air, like smoke after a drive-by, like a name etched into wet concrete. And long after the echoes fade, somewhere, someone still whispers, they call him Chip. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the story of A. Trey Hoover, Chipmunk. Hey, man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we out here trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!